I'm absolutely delighted to say that I've been joined now by First Minister Arlene Foster. What I believe is your first visit to Five Nines NI?
Since it's been constructed, yes. The last time I visited here, it was just a hole in the ground, so I'm delighted to be back and to see the progress that has been made.
Can I ask, what do you understand about Five Nines, or what have you learned here this morning?
Well, it's wonderful to see the resilience that's available here for anyone who wants to bring their data here for security reasons. And I've seen the way in which the electricity comes in, how they have that backed up with their battery system, how if anything goes wrong, there's always a plan B and a plan C and a plan D. So it's wonderful to see that here. And of course, this all came about because Kelvin was coming in here, the low latency connection with America. And I just think now we're on the cusp of seeing a lot of interest in Five Nines, because we are now absolutely ready to host a lot of data here in Coleraine, and it's wonderful to see the progress that has been made.
And First Minister, just on the idea of broadband and data and so on, if we look around in a broader sense, if we look around parts of Northern Ireland, your own county, parts of Tyrone, a lot of parts of Southern Down, and maybe even pockets here, some people cannot even get a basic broadband. What can be done about that?
Well, as you know, we secured £150 million in the Confidence and Supply Agreement just this time last year, actually, to bring about better broadband for the people of Northern Ireland, and that's to be ultra-fast broadband so that people can get fibre to their own homes. You're absolutely right to mention that in many areas of Northern Ireland there's virtually no connectivity, and that cannot continue, because now people expect you to be able to flick a switch just like your electricity, and it's a utility now, so it's very, very important that we have that right across Northern Ireland.
So there is hope on that front?
Oh, absolutely there is hope, and at the minute the Department of the Economy is consulting on how that they can bring forward that broadband money and spend it in the most appropriate way, and that's thanks to the fact that we were able to secure that money in the Confidence and Supply Agreement.
Now, you've made most of the papers this morning.
Yes.
And you've been all across. I caught that in passing.
Yes.
How important was the fact that you attended the Ulster football final in Monaghan between Donegal and Fermanagh? How important was that for this weekend?
Well, I think it was a perfect storm, because of course none of us expected, am I allowed to say that? None of us expected Fermanagh to be in the final, because they came up against Monaghan in the semi-final and they won, and they were in the Ulster final. And as you know, I've been saying that it's important that there's space for everybody in Northern Ireland, that they feel that Northern Ireland is their home and they want to make Northern Ireland a better place. So I was trying to outreach to a number of different groups, and the opportunity came up then, of course, to go and watch my home county in an Ulster final. It's not something I would have done years ago, but I think all of us have been on a journey, including the GAA, and there's still more to talk about with the GAA about moving forward and dealing with issues from the past, and dealing with the fact that there are still barriers to the unionist community. And I want to have that conversation, and I thought if I'm going to have that conversation, I need to step forward, put out the hand of friendship and go to St Tiernan Park in Clones.
And were you made to feel welcome?
Very much so. Very warm welcome. Quite overwhelming, actually, the welcome I received yesterday. And as I said, I mean, I've been in Clones many, many times. It's not very far from where I grew up, but it's the first time I was in St Tiernan Park.
Jim Allister, I think I'm right in saying, had said that he thought there would be grassroots DUP unease. How would you respond to that?
Well, look, I mean, I understand that there are some people that would not go to a GAA match on a Sunday. I understand that very well. I had a similar issue which I had to grapple with 2 years ago when there was a Northern Ireland match on a Sunday in Nice during the Euros, and I dealt with that issue then. I went to the match then, and therefore I've dealt with that issue before. But, you know, I entirely respect people who would not want to do this on a Sunday. I'm not asking them to do that. As a party leader, I have to take steps that other people don't have to take to reach out and to say that I want this to be a shared society for everybody.
Have Sinn Féin more that they could or perhaps should be doing in terms of reaching out?
Well, I very much hope that they will take the opportunity to try and understand better my culture, my Ulster-British culture, my Orange heritage, my identity, and to not knee-jerk into reaction in relation to Orange parades, for example. And I've been disappointed that there's been some of that in Belfast just recently.
And finally, First Minister, the fact that you attended over the weekend, you presumably enjoyed the game, does that give us any hope for maybe the hand of friendship going out between parties and getting conversations going and maybe getting Stormont back and running?
Well, of course, we would love Stormont to be up and running now, and when I come and see this wonderful facility here in Coleraine, what an opportunity we would have to sell this facility right across the world. I want devolution back. We have no red lines, so let's get on, let's get devolution back and working so that we can deliver for all the people in Northern Ireland.
First Minister Arlene Foster, thanks for chatting to us in Causeway Coast Community. Enjoy the rest of your day in Coleraine. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.